is up, guys? It is the team behind the mask here, and today I'm going to be switching things up a little bit. I'm going to be doing a book review. Now, as you can tell from the title, I'll be doing 13 Reasons Why, which is, actually, I literally just read this and I fell in love with it. I have not seen the Netflix adaptation of it, sadly, but that's because my father canceled Netflix and I want to kill him for it, but another rant. So, for the non-spoilery section, my mask is just bleh. Anyway, for the non-spoilery section, I can just say that I really enjoyed reading this book. I got it Wednesday night, and I started reading it around 8 or 9, and I finished it Friday night around like 9:30ish, 9:30. So I read it in 2 days with school, homework, and tests. So all I gotta say is I was committed for this book. It was one of the best books I've read. It's so relatable. It's just so amazing. I love it so much. Now, there are some things I would change about it, but overall I would recommend this book, and it is pretty great, but not for the faint-hearted, because it has real deep topics in it. So if you want to read it, be aware there are deep topics in it. Now for the spoilery section, so everybody who has not read it and doesn't want to be spoiled, click off now. Come back when you're done reading, hopefully. I need the views. Anyway, for the spoilery section of this book, I'm actually really, all in all, enjoyed it, because the story about how this girl is telling her story from beyond the grave is just so amazing. The ending I thought was perfect. Except I wish it could go a little bit more into Clay confronting all the people on the tapes. Like, after he, read everything, heard everything that Hannah had to say, I wish he had just confronted the people and was like, why did you do this? Why did you write her poem? Why did you rape? Why did you not pick up the stop sign? Just little things. I wish he could confront each person. I wish he did that. Now, I love Tony. He is one of my favorite characters. Tony is probably my favorite character in the whole thing, because he had nothing to do with it. He was just dragged into it. And you can't help but feel sorry for the fact that I feel like deep down he thinks he should be on those tapes, since he didn't see that she wanted to commit suicide so badly. So I think that he thinks that he belongs on the tapes, but he just ended up getting the second set of tapes. So I just feel so sorry for him, because I know he feels like I should have been there. And Clay's tape, it's just the motion and the writing style is perfect in this way for the story, because it's literally just perfectly laid out. Has little Clay inputs a little bit, and he's like, I cared, and then when Hannah was saying nobody did, and his little insights to what he was thinking and what he is thinking, it just made the overall book pretty amazing, actually. Now, the ending, I'm going to talk about that, because I actually really like the ending, because it has a lot of meaning to it, but I wish it kind of explored more, more into the day. You see these people walking around, and you know they killed somebody you cared about. They're the reasons why. Now, the ending, let's get to that. Sky. I love Sky as a character. I just think, she's very relatable in a way, because she's just I don't Like, I don't want any attention drawn me. I'm just a quiet girl. Like, just don't talk to me whatsoever. I think that's like a real sweet character. But the ending, where Clay chases after her, it means so much. Because in his mind, deep down, he doesn't want the same thing that happened to Hannah to happen to Sky. So, like, the ending is kind of just like him protecting Sky, doing something he couldn't do for Hannah, and doing it for another person, which I just thought was so sweet of an ending. It took me a minute, like, it's like, why is that the ending? Why didn't they have something more? But I feel like if it was any different ending, it wouldn't have as much meaning. Because it's just like, I want to protect you. I care about you. I'm there for you. I want you to stay alive. That was mostly what I got from the ending. I don't know if that's what you got. If you got something, a different vibe, comment anything else you have. But overall, I love all like the back quotes on the book. You can't stop the future, you can't rewind the past, the only way to learn the secret is to press play. Now, I love like all the little like quotes and stuff in the book. I feel like this is a very quotable book because it's insight of what this girl was feeling and why she actually committed suicide. And I think it's very like informative actually, like of what the warning signs of suicide are, like what people do. I just think it's a very meaningful book. And personally, I relate to her. I've been called those names. I've had rumors spread about me. I've had people that I wished noticed signs from me. It's all in all a very nice book. And it's what people think about committing suicide. I mean, the author even said he got this idea from a close relative who attempted to commit suicide, and he talked to her about the feelings and the reasons why she wanted to do this to herself. So I think it's very relatable as a book. Like, it has all the mindsets, it has every mindset of anybody who's thought, what if it ends right here? He got the mindset right, because you can picture everything you want after death, after your death, if you commit suicide. But I feel like this book is just not just a book, it's a warning sign. It's to help people notice, oh, they might be hurting, you know? So it's definitely a message. It's like a really good way to like get out there. Hey, here are the warning signs for suicide. I put it in a really compelling book that a lot of young people will read or will watch the Netflix series. And I really liked the book. I really couldn't imagine it being written any other way, just maybe with Clay's reaction to other characters and him talking to them more about like, why did you do that? Why did you take the letters? Like, oh no. It was a very beautiful book. So that was my book review of 13 Reasons Why. Like, sub, do all those things. Hopefully you will. And anyway, to all the fellow nobodies out there, I wish you the best of luck with surviving the world. See ya.